wonderful human beings, and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Remy and I share lots of vegan content and tips to help you live well, and I thought that we could do kind of a weekend vlog. Last time I saw you guys, I was still in the Netherlands, and I actually just got back to New York last night, so came back off a plane. I don't know if you're gonna be able to tell because I am wearing makeup, but I was crying yesterday. You know how it is, like when you cry, the next day you just don't look great. And I put makeup on and I feel like it can cover it up, but you can always kind of tell, it's like something's off. Like the glow isn't real, you know? It's like you have makeup on, you look fine, but that healthy glow is missing, and that's how I feel today, and that's just life today. So I think this will kind of be a getting back on track slash being a little sad but trying to cheer myself up slash trying to be productive slash showing you a bunch of stuff that I got in while I was away type of vlog. That is what we're gonna do today. Here we go. Today I'm wearing this really cute sweater that I got in the mail, and it says Anti-Cocktail Mocktail Club. I do love it when a sweater is like baggy. I feel like that's the way to go. I love this. I love the pink color, but mostly I just love how baggy it is, and I've just been living in it over the weekend. And the leggings that I'm wearing, which is gonna be kind of hard to show you guys, was actually a gift from Athleta that I got in the mail when I came home, and they're really nice. They kind of remind me of like the Lulu Aligns, but they have a really great waistband that I'm a big fan of, so loving these so far, and that's my weekend uniform. Speaking of mail, I've been away now for about a month at this point, and when I came home I had like a stack of boxes that my friend Tim had got for me. He was watching my apartment, watering my plants, taking care of my sourdough starters while I was away. I had so many packages come in, some expected, some definitely very unexpected, and it kind of just created this like explosion in my apartment alongside unpacking. So let me show you what I'm working with. We have some mismatched socks over here. I don't really know what that's about. iPad charger, paint cans. This popcorn though, so good. And if you follow me on Instagram, I posted about it and I was like, I'm obsessed with this. It tastes like that Smart popcorn I used to eat when I was a kid, and the brand sent me a bunch. So this was actually right before I left. I probably just missed it by a couple days. And then I also got this Himalayan Gold. I'm assuming this is like, wait, butter flavored? Oh, butter flavored coconut oil. Okay, for a moment I was like, it's not vegan, but no, it is. Then I also have some Nature's Path granola, and this is new because they made a grain-free granola, I believe. Okay, never mind, this is whole grain. Am I tripping? I swear, I thought it was... This is the one I was thinking of. Keto and paleo friendly, it says. I am neither of those things, but I do love granola. I love maple, and it's really cool. I feel like they're kind of hopping on the trend. So along with that granola, they sent me this beautiful bowl, which was designed by Earth and Element, and it's a collaboration they're doing for a charity initiative they have going on. And you guys know I'm a sucker for ceramics, and I'm still kind of on a shopping ban from ceramic pieces, but this doesn't count because it was gifted, right? And then over here, some more mess. We've got vitamins that I unpacked and just left out here. Some Nana's cookies, and this is something that I'm really excited about because on Instagram I do like a vegan and gluten-free chocolate chip cookie taste test. This is the gluten-free and vegan chocolate chip cookie, and I've saved this for my next taste test along with these that I got in Amsterdam, and another one that I kind of almost finished and saved two of from Amsterdam as well. So if you guys haven't seen that yet, it's in my highlights on Instagram. Yeah, so just a lot of stuff to open and some boxes that I'm hiding in the closet that I still have to get to. But it's been a nice distraction, and it was something to kind of look forward to and distract myself with when I arrived. And I was still feeling a little bit sad from saying bye to Mo. But also at the same time, having a lot of stuff around me somehow makes me feel a little bit anxious. I don't know if it's anxious or not really sad. It's just I'm really easily affected by the space that I'm in, and I like it to be pretty open and clean and clear, and I would do that, but I'm kind of feeling not the best, and it's just like I'm not in the mood to clean, which is so weird because I know if I do it I'll feel better, but I can't bring myself to do it right now, so I'm kind of just sitting on the floor. And even this like plastic bag from the Albertine in Amsterdam is making me sad because it makes me miss Mo. Who would have thought? Plastic bag. I mean, plastic bags do make me sad in general, and I don't usually use them, but this was one that we'd gotten from his mom's place that had been used so many times already, and now I'm using it for trash. Ugh, I don't even know. What is this video?
Just another sunny day in Southern California. It's where the people came to play. Don't let them transform.
I just filmed a YouTube video doing a little grocery haul and produce prep, showing how I prep my veggies and store them in the fridge. So I'm just about done here. I'm gonna put this in the fridge, finish the YouTube video, and then get to some more computer work. But how gorgeous are veggies? I'm just like admiring the work right now and the colors. So beautiful. Let me show you the fridge because it looks so good right now. Basically, I just prepped everything that I bought. You'll see this in my grocery haul video most likely, but it just feels really good to be at home again and have your usual food, and also it's gonna feel so good to cook again. Hello again. So I'm having some popcorn. I have to tell you, this tastes like this popcorn I used to eat when I was a kid. Also, I eat popcorn in a little bit of a weird way. I just like to let it stick on my tongue. I don't know, I've just always done that ever since I was young. But this popcorn, you guys, it tastes like, I think it's called Smart brand popcorn. It comes in like a black bag and it has like a yellow label, I think. And it's like the white cheddar popcorn. This is it. The next thing that I'm gonna work on is a pumpkin lentil soup. But before I get back to cooking, I wanted to quickly kind of just explain sort of, I guess, a life update and what's been going on and why my mood has kind of been in a funk, because I've been talking about it on Instagram, and I think people are assuming it's mainly that I really miss Mo, which of course I do. But one of the things that has really been getting me through quarantine is hanging out with my sister Chloe. And you guys have seen her in videos on YouTube, and you probably know who she is if you've seen my videos before. So what happened was, after about a month and a half of living with me and quarantining together in the city, my mom and my parents wanted her to stay in an apartment that we had in the same building as my grandparents. So that's in New Jersey, and it's not too far away. I still see her sometimes. But because my grandparents are quite old, my mom wanted to have her there to help with any groceries, and she was living in a separate apartment on the floor above them. So we have another unit there, and that's basically where she's been. So more or less, she's been completely alone, and it's really hard for her because she's a very social person. I have work to do, but she's in the middle of high school and college, which is like the time of your life during which you do basically nothing. And it's also a difficult time, I would say, to get a job right now. I mean, it's just a difficult time in the world, right? And we kind of thought that she'd be going to school in August, just like any other college, and unfortunately that's been pushed back to January. And I think that was a huge bummer for her, because she was just hanging on until August, and now we find out that she's got to wait for like another 6 months or so. And it is definitely a tricky situation. So ideally we wanted her to be able to reunite with my parents, but my parents right now are living in China, in case you didn't know. And as you know, they were very, very badly hit back in January, like at the beginning of the year. But because of that, they're actually doing really well now. And I think a big part of the reason why they didn't want to let people come in was because they're finally doing okay and they want to keep it that way. Understandable. But my sister is technically not a minor anymore. She's 19. And in China, once you're above the age of 18, you're no longer considered a dependent or like a family member, because you are your own adult. So me being 25, I wouldn't be considered a family member, even though I am. So my parents have been working on this for months, and it's been difficult because, number one, it wasn't allowed until fairly recently. You could kind of file this request to have a family member rejoin you. Number two, there are no flights. Like, the flights have been so limited, and it's really, really competitive to even get a seat because there are so many people in the same boat trying to get back to China. And so when you do find a flight, you not only have to make all these insane connections, I think she's doing 2 stopovers just to get there, but also the ticket is so expensive. Like, economy seats I'm talking about are so expensive, just because, I guess, of the demand. I don't really know. So her journey will be a connection to another state in the US, then another country in Asia, and then finally China, where she's gonna have to quarantine for 2 weeks, government mandated, in a hotel. And it's definitely a tough situation, but for her, I think it'll be really worth it to go through that long journey and then that 2-week period, because her life is gonna be so much better in China with my family. Sorry, I'm like, kind of like makes me cry to talk about it. And the reason why is because basically when my parents told me this, I didn't think that she would get approved so quickly to go. And like I said, she's really been the only reason I've been able to get through this quarantine. And I kind of feel like I'm gonna be completely alone. And yes, I have like my grandparents and my aunt and uncle, but I started to think about like my birthday and Thanksgiving, and I mean, Thanksgiving is like not really a huge thing for my family, but more like Christmas and holidays, and that's kind of the time of year that I usually get to go back to China and spend with my parents. I mean, I don't see them really all that often, and so yeah, it's just been a little hard because I'm really happy for her and I know it's the best thing for her, but at the same time, I also really want to see my parents and my family, and I know that this is not like a unique situation. A lot of people are in my situation right now. That's just the reality of 2020, I guess. And the one thing that has kind of helped me through this is knowing that I can go see Mo, so I can see somebody that I love and consider family, I guess. It's just really hard when your closest family and your loved ones are all far away. I kind of feel like I'm in a long distance relationship with like all the people in my life that I love. Oh my god, tears go back to my eyes. I really have a lot of filming to do today, so I just can't really cry, and it's been that way since I got back. But yeah, so back to cooking. Gotta really control these tears because I cannot do my makeup again. But that's kind of my mini life update for now. And so I have just been throwing myself into work, and I am gonna see Chloe once before she leaves, so I have to get a test so that I can actually spend time with her before I don't see her until like next year. But if you're in the same position as me, I'm sending you love. I know how you feel, and it sucks. But it does bring me a little bit of comfort knowing that I'm not the only person in the world experiencing this right now, and for the first time, maybe ever, I feel like everyone on earth is going through this kind of together. So yeah, stop talking, back to cooking. This is recipe number 2 of the day in progress. I'm making a pumpkin lentil soup. Oops, we'll come back to that when it's done. Here she is, lentil pumpkin soup all blended up, looking good. I'm gonna take some photos now, and then that's recipe 2 done. Some of my very lazy go-to pasta. This is what I make whenever I don't know what I want to eat. And it's just Banza chickpea pasta with some kind of green. I have broccoli today. I use this Trader Joe's Mushroom and Company seasoning, best stuff on the planet. And then I add a little bit of nooch and garlic powder, and that's it. Saute with a little bit of oil, whatever you want. Simple. There she is, some lunch/dinner. Not really sure what meal this is today. I've just been laying here. I think I waited a little bit too long to eat that lunch/dinner. But today was productive and also not productive at all. I had plans to make all these recipes, but I kept feeling like I was about to fall asleep and that my stomach was off. It was really weird. I was just trying to like adjust my eating schedule. Yeah, I guess the only other thing that I wanted to tell you guys about, well, actually, let's do skincare first because I want to show you guys some products that have really been helping with my sort of like face breakout / maskne situation that I had going on. What I have right now is hormonal, so it's not related to like the masks at all. And I will say that when I was in Amsterdam, you weren't really required to wear masks as often, especially when you're walking outside and there's just like no one around you. So I wasn't wearing them as much, but a couple things that really helped me I want to show you. So let's go to the bathroom. Okay, I'm just gonna grab the things that I've been using on a daily basis. When I was packing to go to Amsterdam, I had to pack for the month, so I only brought as many things as I could basically fit in my suitcase, and I wanted to keep it minimal. And those things I tried to choose very wisely, and I feel like those are the things that have helped my skin. Because basically for the last month, I've exclusively been using those products. So let me just grab them real quick. Okay, so I do wear makeup, and I think this is important to mention because I feel like the makeup that you put on your skin, that's what's sitting on your skin the whole day. And I think it's important as well because when you're trying to kind of heal acne and breakouts, it's always better probably to avoid wearing makeup, period. These are the products that I use on a daily basis. I use the Kosas concealer, and then I use their tinted oil foundation, and I use these 2 products because they're not only vegan and cruelty free, but they're also completely non-toxic. Okay, so to take off the makeup at night, I use a cleansing oil, and I do the double cleanse method. So I'll use an oil all over my skin. I actually just ran out of it, so I need to order some more, but I'll put a picture here on the screen, and I'll put the oil all over my face to dissolve the makeup on my face, and then I'll use a warm microfiber cloth to like gently swipe it off, and that'll be the first cleanse. And then the second cleanse is usually with a gentle cleanser. I have dry skin, I would say. I'm pretty sure I have dry skin. Some oiliness in the T-zone, but for the most part I have dry skin. So I just use a very gentle cleanser and usually I prefer something milky. I also just ran out of that as well, and I usually like the Osea milk, ocean milk cleanser. But I also will use this sometimes. It's the Indie Lee brightening cleanser. It smells really good. It smells like strawberries. And just do a really gentle cleanse. I don't do really much exfoliating because the exfoliating comes from this product. It contains neem, holy basil, and turmeric. I really love this brand in general, Audacité, but what I do is I'll put it on some reusable cotton pads, or you can use regular cotton rounds, and then I'll swipe it on my face as kind of like a toner, but maybe also like a last cleanse, if you will, and slight exfoliation from the pads. So I'll do that, and then I'll spray my face with like a hydrating mist. So I'll use this Herbivore Rose one, anything that's hydrating, because like I said, I think my skin's a little bit dry, and I let it sit on my face and kind of just like absorb a little bit. So then I move on to this, and it's from BioClarity, and it's this Power of Green Floralux product. So I put this on my skin afterwards and also let that absorb. Sometimes I skip it and I'll use like a serum instead, which is probably what I'll be doing when I run out of this going forward, because I didn't really realize it had all of these ingredients. And then for moisturizing, I always use an oil. I actually really love the feel of oil on my skin. It can be a little bit tacky feeling, but I do feel like it's done a lot for my skin, and being someone that has dry skin, I think it's a really good thing to use. So I'll usually use one of two oils. I'll use either the Cora facial oil or the Best Skin Ever by Living Libations. Really love this one. I really like this one because it has rosehip in it, and then I really like the Best Skin Ever because it has sea buckthorn in it. So I'll use one or the other. I try to like switch it up sometimes because I feel like my skin will get used to things. I don't know if that's true or not. So then in the morning, things are a little bit different. I usually don't wash my face because I feel like I don't really need to. Like all I've been doing is sleeping, and I have like all that goodness on my face. So I'll usually rinse with water, or if I'm working out in the morning, which I usually do, I'll do like a gentle swipe with this just to clear off any like dirt and sweat from working out. And then I'll do the same steps. I'll use the mist, this green thing or serum, and then daytime I use this moisturizer instead of the oil, only because I find that it's better for makeup application since I use this Kosas foundation. So I use this one, Osea, and it's a blemish balm as well, so it does have some ingredients in it that help to kind of treat acne as well. So that's what I do. And the other thing I would say that's really important is to put some lip balm on your lips. I notice that my lips get super chapped when I wear a mask, and I usually kind of moisturize this area a little bit more generously because it's kind of like you're getting chafing. And what I realized is that I guess I'm allergic to something on surgical masks for some reason, or maybe it's the texture, but I broke out in a crazy rash, and then I got acne as well. So at first I thought it was just a huge breakout. It turns out it was a rash and acne, which is just wonderful. And so now I use like softer cotton ones, and I have a bunch, so I'll constantly rewash them. And honestly, it's better that way for the environment. I will wear like a more surgical style mask if I have to like fly or something like that, because from my understanding, they are safer than a cotton mask. So I hope this is helpful. I will say the other thing I don't do is put makeup on underneath my mask anymore. So I kind of wear makeup from like here up. And I mean, you save yourself time and makeup, so as long as you don't have to like take it off, it's not that weird. Ooh, and also if you can avoid speaking when you have your mask on, I think that's actually a better thing to do, because I notice that when I talk, there's like a lot of movement going on where the mask is rubbing my face, and like I said earlier with the lip thing, I just feel like that is something that could just be physically irritating. So if you can, maybe limit your talking with mask on. Hope this is helpful. Yeah. So I didn't get the recipes done today, but I did post 2 new TikToks, so I feel like that's somewhat productive. I don't know. If you're not following me on TikTok, by the way, it's the same username as everything, just Veggiekins. Also, I'm working on some ebook stuff. I just launched it this week, and it's been so exciting. Thank you to anyone who's already picked up a copy. It's on my website now. I'll talk a little bit more about that probably tomorrow, but I've got to post a couple of new recipes on the site, and then I'm gonna call it a day. In case you're wondering what's new, we've got Mo's masala recipe, which I also have a YouTube video for. Also a Mo recipe, the strawberry salsa, sounds weird, tastes delicious. High protein banana pudding, and black bean mushroom taquitos. Anyways, I think I'm just gonna have like a little mug of tea, maybe, some peppermint tea. And I think that's gonna be it for today. Yeah, alrighty, I'll see you in another video soon. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you soon.